All right, we're set with Coach, and let's go ahead with Percy, and then we'll go to Jeff. Percy, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Just curious the difference between tonight and Sunday.
I think, our team effort defensively was sharp. We were a lot more physical than the first game. We were mindful of, their advantage in the paint and all the things that we talked about: transition defense, being physical to the rebounds. I thought there was just a focus on that end of the floor, but also aggressiveness that you need to have for 40 minutes of a game against a really, really tough Connecticut team.
It was mentioned on the telecast, just your guys' ability to finish quarters. In that first quarter, it was something ridiculous. Second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Was that a point of emphasis, and did that jump out to you as well?
Finishing quarters, yeah, definitely. Sometimes at the beginning or mid quarters, I look at the stat sheet and we're like 6 points in the quarter, and then you look at the end and we end the quarter with more points, and just a better flow to us. I think, again, I just think about what we did defensively to get us back in the game at the beginning. And I think in general, our mindset is to start the game with a certain gusto about ourselves, and to make sure we do the same in the third quarter. And then, like you're saying, make sure we end quarters. Not really a point of emphasis, but I think it just on the top of minds of our players, to stay sharp and execute in those moments.
And then considering that you guys were like 2-5 out of the break and there's 7 games left, what can a win like this do for not just the remainder of this road trip, but the remainder of the season?
It can definitely give us a boost where needed, whether it's confidence, whether it's energy, whether it's, the awareness of the fact that, we could be a very good team. We have to, give ourselves grace sometimes and know that, again, we added, a very good player into the mix. So we got to, make sure we have some time to acclimate to what that means for us. But a tough win on the road against a playoff team, gives us a lot. And I think the team, kind of needs to see that, get these reps, and hopefully, again, bottle this up against our next opponent.
There you go. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Brown, go ahead, and then Christian.
Yeah, Coach. On Sunday, Carrington had 14, Ty Harris 13, Mabry 15, Burton 11. And this game, it was 9-2-2 and 0. Just talk about the adjustments defensively to slow them down, and your overall adjustments as a coaching staff. I thought it was a really great adjustment from the last game.
Yeah, thank you. We started off this morning with making sure our players knew that we have to defend actions better. We have the play calls and we have the knowledge of what they like to run, but we have to be more sharper in covering those actions. And so I thought that we were into bodies first and foremost. I thought we were more physical. I thought that we picked and chose opportunities to meet them in the paint instead of getting so disconnected. And I thought that we were smarter with defending them without fouling. So these are things that we talked about. Jones was going to be a load down there, but we gave up too many and ones. So, the thought process of if she's going to get 2, let her get the 2 and let's see what our offense does. So just being more mindful of, our defensive effort. But I thought first and foremost, we were physical, and we changed our demeanor. There's a lot more want to, and there was a lot more energy on that defensive end from everybody.
Mm-hmm. And specifically, I know Mercedes played significantly more minutes in this game. You look at the box score, nothing really stands out big, but I felt like she played a huge role in this game. Can you just talk about what Mercedes was able to do for you?
Yeah, actually, the box score shows that she's a plus 21, and that's big for me, for us, for this team. And you're right, it's not going to jump out as far as like other statistics, but if you think about, you know, how smart she played, you know, having some size and length and actually some physicality out there, especially on Jones, but also, you know, what she can do for us offensively, just understanding what we need, our flow, setting screens, and just being a solid vet out there. Sadie's is a champion at the end of the day. She knows how it feels, and she's been in this organization for a good amount of time. So we're going to need her. We're going to need her at her best. And it showed tonight, you know, what she could do. And for hopefully we can continue to have that for the rest of the way.
I think last one for me, just offensively, there was a period where Jordan found Jewell making some really good cuts, moving without the basketball, and then Jewell found Jordan cutting to the rim. I think maybe it was while Mabry was guarding them. Kind of what were you able to do to take advantage of that?
Yeah, I thought Jordan also had excellent minutes on the defensive side of the ball. I think that helps, you know, with her offensive comfort. She's a playmaker. She sees the floor well, and she reads, and she's an excellent passer. You know, Mabry is a sharp player. She's really good on the offensive end, and we kind of found ways to attack her defensively. And I think the cutting was actually another point of emphasis. I thought her spacing wasn't as great the first time we played Connecticut. So Jewell and Jordan making those plays and making those reads are them playing with instincts and being hoopers.
Definitely awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Jeff. And then let's go Christian, and then Percy has one more after that. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. After a win like this, could you just speak to how the effect of the team's one-on-one defense kind of played into turning that into offense? Because that's really where it all started.
Yeah, I agree. I thought there was more pride in that today. I thought that, you know, our physicality, but also our positioning. I thought there was a lot of moments in which we were in you know, our low man coverages and helping out when we're trying to, you know, be more agile on the post. So that's what it's going to come down to after you defend actions, after you see you know, certain movement on the floor at the end of the day, especially in moments like this in the season and leading into playoffs. It's about matchups and guarding your yard and buckling down one-on-one, essentially. So not a lot of isolations that resulted in points today. I thought our team defensive effort was excellent, but I also thought our intention behind our one-on-one defense was more excellent. Is that a word?
It's definitely a word. And I want more for me. After a win like this, I understand that when you get to the playoffs, everybody is 0-0, right? The records don't really matter. Everyone is on the same slate. How important is wins like this, especially having the third or second hardest record, I think, left now in the league, going into the playoffs?
It's very important for this specific team because we haven't had a lot of reps together in these moments with this, you know, the 11 that we have. So to be able to execute at a high level on both ends of the floor, playoff basketball does become possession by possession. Everything tightens up. So to feel how it feels, you know, on the court, but also atmosphere wise, like Connecticut has an amazing atmosphere. The other day in Seattle, I think 16,000, to be able to, you know, fight through that noise and buckle down and do whatever necessary to compete at a high level. I think for this specific team in this specific season is very important. And it's gonna the investment into it. We're gonna have the dividends are gonna pay off because we're going through this right now.
Thanks, Coach. Have a safe flight back.
Thank you.
And Percy wraps up.
Hey, Coach, obviously it's a quick turnaround for your game Thursday, but this trip does end against the best team in the league here. Is there anything that you can take from the last 48 hours just with that turnaround? And can this defensive game plan work maybe similarly against the Liberty like it did tonight?
No, you know, the Liberty present a whole different dynamic of a game. You know, you have bigs who can shoot the three, you know, little bit different from Connecticut as far as how you game plan and scheme for them. The things that we can take is we have to continue to take care of the basketball, and we have to rebound against New York, because their size and their length present a lot of mismatch problems. So the game plan is different from Connecticut, as it presents a different matchup, but the intangibles remain the same: playing hard, communicating, having pride, you know, staying positive, being confident. Like, those intangibles that you need to beat the top team in the league is a must. And then, you know, we'll go through our thing, you know, how we want to defend and shoot around and things like that. But you know, every game is different. New York is playing amazing basketball, but we'll be ready to compete against them.
There you go. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. See you in New York.